Welcome back to Manual Motion. I'm Evan.
And I'm Dom.
And today we're going to take this 991.2 Porsche Carrera 4 GTS to Cars and Coffee. Let's go. But first, thank you. We actually hit about over 3,000 views total on our channel, all the videos we posted in the past 2-ish months. We're really excited about that. Thank you so much for watching. We did not expect to get that many views.
Especially this quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We expected this to take a lot longer, to be honest.
Yeah, and so we just want to say thank you so much. If you're watching this, you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's your first time finding it, please be sure to subscribe. We have a ton of videos like this coming soon with a ton of cool cars, including this one. But without further ado, Dom, you gotta tell us the stats.
All right, so we have a rear-mounted 3-liter twin-turbo flat 6 through a 7-speed manual and all-wheel drive, pushing out 450 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque, and it is, I mean, the numbers just speak alone for this car.
I think this car is more than the sum of its parts. 450 horsepower in a sports car like this. It doesn't sound like a ton maybe to some of you, but it's such a feel car. There's so much to get out of this thing.
It's definitely the way it puts it down and the way it handles the power and
it's just gorgeous in this nice, awesome black color. We have a ton of cool accents on it. We'll get to it soon. But yeah, I think we just gotta hop in and get going. Come on, let's go.
Ooh, very, very nice.
We're in
very Alcantara-y.
Alcantara with the red seatbelts.
Yes.
Very stylish.
Gotta love colored seatbelts.
Gotta love the colored seatbelts. So yeah, this interior is the first 991 generation Porsche I've ever sat in. And I gotta say, it's so nice.
It's very premium.
Going from a 992, which we did the GT3 prior to this, is it's not
very minuscule differences.
It's not that far off. It's not as far off as you'd think it might be, considering it's a whole different generation shift.
Yeah.
We still have a ton of carbon fiber everywhere since the GTS model. Carbon fiber on the dash, carbon fiber over here, center
nice
console.
Red stitching. A lot of red stitching, actually.
A lot of red stitching, a lot of red accents.
The seats.
Yeah, we have rear seats too. For added practicality, pretty cool.
Actually, I feel like a very small person could fit back there.
Some legless passengers, for sure.
Legless passengers.
We also have the world's coolest cup holder. Everyone hates this feature, but it really is super, super cool. I love how you can put it back. That's so much fun.
It's so funny.
And of course, in traditional Porsche fashion, every single material feels high quality. High quality. All the buttons feel nice to click, nice to push. The dials feel really nice.
Very good sound system. Burmester.
A Burmester sound system sounds outstanding.
Yes.
And we just have a ton of cool stuff in here, including right in the middle, front and center, the manual transmission. Lined in carbon fiber. That's such a cool feature.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it when we drive it, but it's so nice to drive. We have, of course, the leather-wrapped steering wheel. It's got these, it's floating buttons a little bit on the side here. These are really cool. You're almost a little drive suck dial on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Also very cool.
Doesn't have the boost button.
No boost button like the newer ones.
It's not the PDK.
And it's not the PDK. There you go.
Yeah.
But we do have all of our kind of center controls here. We have suspension and all the different kind of tools.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. Yes. Sport exhaust. Auto start stop for some reason in a manual, but all right.
It's very annoying.
Very annoying, but if you put it over into Sport or Sport Plus, it turns it off, which is nice.
Yeah.
This is a convertible, as you may have noticed, and so it's not only a Ford GTS, it's a Ford GTS Cabriolet, which has obviously the added benefit of you get to drop the top and hear it more.
Exactly, but unfortunately we can't do that today because it is raining.
Yeah.
It's been on and off, and we just don't want to risk getting this very nice leather very dirty. I don't think the owner would like that too much.
I don't think they would either.
I don't think.
I think, but also, as you saw, the paint looks terrible because we've been driving it and it's been raining.
It in the rain.
But
I feel bad.
But again, you'll see it when we drive. Not too bad in the rain.
But you know what does happen when we drive?
The engine's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we got to start the engine up and check it out. You'll see it. We have the awesome, of course, very Porsche-esque gauge cluster with the tack right in the center.
Yeah.
So let's make it come to life. You obviously push the clutch in, brake, make sure it's in neutral. We have a pseudo key. The key's in my pocket, but there's a little dial over to the left, a little nub where a key kind of feels like it should be. But you go ahead and give that a turn. It goes accessory mode, turns on. Push it one more time, and it will start right up. Ooh. I think
we gotta hear it.
I think we got to hear it a little more. It is warm. We have been driving it, so let's go ahead and hear it a little bit more. Let's see if I can actually roll the window down. Roll the window down a little bit. You could hear it a lot more. And what if I can I put it in sport mode and hear crack? Yeah, there's the crackles and pops.
That's so funny.
I'm so excited to get to drive this thing.
Yeah.
I think we just gotta get driving.
We do.
Oh, so excited. Let's get going. Oh man, it's just so intuitive. It's so the Ferrari I remember saying about that was, I remember like the steering was connected to your brain. This is not, the steering is not connected to your brain. The car grew out of you. I feel I'm one with the car here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm being pulled along by the car and I'm like piloting it. I feel just so in tune with the feel of this car, more than a lot of other cars that we've driven.
Definitely, yeah.
I love a good Porsche. I'm turning slowly into a Porsche fanboy, I know, but
Slowly,
very fast.
very
so good.
Very quickly. The second you got in the GT3, you fell in love.
I 100%. Yes, 100%.
It's not slowly, it was a switch.
I think what's so interesting, though, is, like, as a kid, I did not get Porsche.
Yeah, you don't get them.
I did not get it.
Because it's like, oh, everybody, like, it's just another sports car.
Or
like, what's so
Porsche.
special
like,
about it?
Every Porsche looks exactly the same.
Yeah. You can't tell the difference between a base 911 and a Carrera 4 GTS.
Right.
Unless you really look for the differences.
Right.
And
yeah,
even that, but once you get in them and you feel it, like even these, oh my God.
Yeah.
Everything is just so mechanically sound.
There's no surprises. No. Everything is where you want it to be. Everything is exactly how you expect it to be, how you expect it to feel. There's nothing weird. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't shake. It doesn't feel weird to drive. It's just, it's just so good.
Yeah, it's so
solid. It's something that I didn't understand until I drove one, where I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They're popular for a reason, right?
Yeah. And there's the two types of Porsche owners. There's the people who get it because they want to be a rich douchebag. And then there's the people who get it.
The stitching and the...
Yeah,
little,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I got the Y-Sock package.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And then there's the people who get it that really appreciate it for what it is, and they are super sports cars.
Yeah, and they want to drive them. Exactly. And that's the other thing, is those people drive the cars. And in terms of a car from Porsche that you can drive, I don't know if there's some better ones. This is so good.
Turbo.
Turbo S.
A stick turbo.
An old stick turbo
would be
like
cool.
From the 997 Gen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
That's on my list.
Yeah, for sure. That's on our list. If you have one and you would like to let us drive it to Cars and Coffee,
please.
But this is just. I don't know what else there is to say. It's just
there's nothing you really can say more because, I mean,
the Porsches are all, to me, feel cars. It's not, again, like if you look at the numbers on this car, right? Horsepower, torque, speed, 0 to 60 times, you won't find what you're looking for.
Everything's healthy.
It's healthy,
it's
but
a healthy
it doesn't win. It doesn't, like, nothing about it. If you look at this again, nothing, if you're a pure numbers kind of person, it won't satisfy you. But if you want to feel the drive and you want to have it really, and you want a car that just makes sense to you, I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I can say confidently about these cars is that they always just, you're in them, you're really knocking them around, and they just put a smile on your face. Yeah. And I think that is the most important part of any car. If it makes you happy, the way, like, because when you first get into your first car and you first start driving, you have the biggest grin on your face, the stupidest, just...
It might have 130 horsepower, doesn't matter.
It might have 20. Right. I don't care. I'm driving, and I love it. And the fact that these cars give me that joy... makes it all worth it.
It makes it special.
Makes the price tag worth it, because it is a heavy price tag.
It's a heavy price tag, and that's something that you can't not think about.
Yeah.
But I think what's more, again, like, so like the McLaren, for instance, we drove that last video, is it's almost it's too much for the road, right? It's got so much power and it's got so aggressive, and I mentioned it. You really do feel like you have to be pushing that car to really get the fun out of it. But with this, with 3 pedals, you're going 40 miles an hour. You drop it down a gear and
just roll onto it, and it's just fun.
And you're not.
You don't even have to go fast.
Yeah.
And it's just that's what I love about Ferraris, Porsches, most Audis. They're engaging at low speeds.
Totally. 100%.
When a car is engaging at low speeds, you're not having to push it. That is like, doesn't matter how fast it is, doesn't matter how good it is, like around a track. That is what makes a car good.
Okay, because 99% of the time, the owner of this is going to be taking it on the street. They're going to be enjoying it for what it is. They're going to be driving it to Cars and Coffee, like we're doing.
Exactly.
I think that's just beautiful. It's something that, you don't need the 10/10ths track car, because for the mass majority of even car enthusiasts, you're not a 10/10ths driver, including us.
Oh yeah.
I drove on a track. Okay, I was driving at 4/10ths on the track. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So to go and step into this car and just drive even at 3/10ths, 4/10ths, 5/10ths, you're feeling it. You're getting the enjoyment out of it. You're getting what you paid for.
Mm-hmm. Every dime on this car spent is worth it.
Totally. There is turbo lag a little bit.
There's a little bit of lag, but it's fun lag. Like it's the old Civic lag.
I know old Civic lag. Yeah,
of course.
And yes, what else is there to say about this car? It is, again, one of the coolest all-rounder cars you can possibly have, right? You can go to Cars and Coffee and, have your fun there, have your fun on a back road, go to work in it, and not look like a pompous, jerk because, you're not driving some crazy orange McLaren, but you can, you just enjoy the car. I think that's what really stands out to me about this.
It's kind of it's not exactly a sleeper, but if you spec it right, you can kind of fly a little bit more under the radar than you would in a, for say, bright green GTS.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, this is like a Viper green or something, It isn't called Green Hell,
Yeah.
It's actually a proper color.
Or Plum Crazy.
Plum Crazy, right?
I love Plum Crazy.
But yeah, so I think we're heading to Cars and Coffee right now. There's supposed to be like an air-cooled event today, so I'm kind of excited to see what kind of Porsches show up, which is kind of exciting.
It's supposed to be cool.
By pure coincidence, have this today.
Exactly.
And yeah, so we will, I think we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.
yeah, that was our trip to Cars and Coffee. We actually ended up hitting 2 different Cars and Coffees today. We went all the way to Zumbach and then all the way to a different one.
Called Hayfields Cafe. Really great.
Yeah.
Really great cafe.
If you're in the area and you're kind of Danbury, Connecticut, that's a great one to go to. There's so much cool stuff there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and this car was just such a blast to drive, and we're so lucky we got to drive it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much to the owner for letting us borrow it. It really was, I can't even describe how this car is just, it's just a super sport car, and
It's such a
it
fun
fits
time.
the role perfectly.
Could be a track car, supercar,
yeah.
sports car, daily
Definitely.
driver, with the manual, and the manual just makes it 10 times better. So, anyway, yeah, like I mentioned up top, if you're first time watching these videos, be sure to subscribe. We have, again, tons and tons and tons of cars lined up for this summer. Super cool ones we're really excited about, and we're excited for you to see. So, yeah, consider subscribing, and we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cool.
I felt good. Isn't that good?
You're going to make me buy a Porsche, Ev.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God.